Hello, Internet. Well, today we're going to talk a bit about the Spiritborn. I've been playing that since the new expansion came out, so as you all know, I'm pretty much most excited about the Necromancer, but since the new character came out, the Spiritborn, I wanted to give it a try. And it's been a nice and fun journey, actually. Much better than the rogue. I think the rogue is the worst character I've ever played. It's I tried my own build. I tried different other ones. I never got it to work properly, and I never felt very comfortable with it. So I stick to the Necromancer until the new expansion came out, the Vessel of Hatred. So we're gonna take. I'm gonna show you my build today. I just found a new mythic item, which we will also talk a bit about, because the new expansion has several more mythics, and even for the Spiritborn, I'm not quite sure if this is a general or if it's a class bound mythic, but we will see. But anyway, what I want to do first of all, I'm going to show you a run from the Infernal Hordes, and you will see. This was probably right after I got the mythical item. So let's have a look at that. And here we go. Some extra buffs in the beginning. Note that both the health and the vigor is very consistent. I mean, like when you're playing like this is so much fun. A bit hectic. The hordes are pretty hectic, but still it's nice to see the gear works. But we got 5 more waves to run through. And the more waves you manage to complete, the more hectic you will get, and the more difficult it will get too. For those who hasn't played Diablo 4. Oh yeah, and by the way, for those of you who haven't played Diablo 4 before, those numbers that you see all over the screen, that's damage point per second. We got 1 million DPS there. One hit I see that was an overpower strike. Overpower and critical strike. I have seen 20 million DPS. That was insane. And I'm only at paragon level 242. So still I got about 58 paragon levels to complete before I cannot have any more. So I still have some way to go, but at this point, I mean, the experience points are hard earned. You really have to grind long nowadays because to get level ups. It seems to have flattened out a bit. But playing like this, you don't really care anyway. You have enough to keep you alive and damage as many foes as possible. Oh, I hate those ballistas. They do a lot of damage and they slow you down. I hope we get a chance to see the butcher. I have run into him a couple of times during these hordes. That was fun. I also want you to note that I'm almost only using the core skill here. Barely anyone else now at the beginning, but I will. But just the core damage is sufficient enough, really. Where is the... That was kind of funny when the butcher came. He passed away so quickly that he couldn't even say fresh meat. He didn't have the time before he died. Poor fella. He's a funny guy. Oops. Better get some life in there. Oh yeah. Freezing ballistas. That's a recipe for disaster. No, we didn't get the butcher this time, fortunately. You are gonna deliver judgment indeed. Good night. Oh yeah, it's not a glitch. My character, it's not a glitch. It's an effect of the new item, the mythic item. I will show you in just a second. I will just say so. Let's. All right, so we can start with the paragon boards. This is the starter board, and we have the. A bit, yeah. Anyway, that's the starter board there, and as you see, we have. I put the exploit in there. And yeah, exploit is level 50, so it's a legendary. It's been upgraded, and you can upgrade. When was it? Level 45, I think. You can upgrade from rare to a legendary glyph. So the exploit is at level 50. Start there. Mind you, since we all have, since I'm not done with the paragons, this is as far as I have gotten. But it sort of works well. Yeah. And yeah. And this first board we have the Colossal. The second board we have the Menagist. Gerist, or whatever it's called. Who cares? And then the third, we have the Spirit. A lot of damage come from that point. Just assigned 1 point there to Dex. And the last one is Canny. So this is how it looks. Just a moment. Pause it up for you in case you want to screenshot it or something. Okay, so the starter board, yeah, here, up here, like this. And well, this is strength. Usually the exploit has been both dex and intelligence, but I guess it depends on the character you're playing. For the Spiritborn, the exploit relies on strength, so I still have some points, and it's probably not the best board to put the glyph into, but this is due to be changed at any time, so it's not a lock. The gear is locked, but the paragon is not necessarily so. And yeah, I will show you later what kind of boards. Okay, so we proceed straight up. We grab all the notes that you see So see, I'm not finished here. I think this is maximum life. But we will take all of the nodes and one to the right. Yeah, that's how it is with recordings. Okay, so it's only this. It's not further down here, and I'm not planning to because we have some resistance there, and I think we have that's fire, and that is poison resist. So I don't think we will go down there, but we'll see. I have some problems keeping up with the resistance, at least for Torment 4. But that is one level, eh? Okay, so we go up. We grab this one. We bring the legendary node along. Like so. And remember, we are locked to 5 paragon boards now. We have had both 6 and 7 and perhaps also 8. I don't know. I have 7, I think, on the one necro. But no, the limit, the paragon boards to 5. That's okay. So the last paragon board is this. So it's like a figure 8, like here. Come in here. So kind of like a figure 8. We grab this and this, and we take the legendary node. On all boards, I have the legendary. I think I will show you what kind of legendary I have, or the board names. Yeah, we start with the convergence. And to the right we have Infighter. That is a crucial legendary to pick up. Because it's block. When you dodge or block an attack, you gain blah blah blah. So the keyword here is dodge and block. What did I do now? Ugh. Here we are. Okay, so one more time. Perhaps Infighter that block, and we go up. And the next one is Bitter Medicine to keep us alive. And also after playing for a while, you realize that that node is also pretty important. Otherwise you will be dead in no time. You'll be one-shotted, basically. And the last one is the drive. Not necessarily perhaps the best Paragon board to have there, but I couldn't find any other suitable, so... But I might change. It's not, as I say, it's the Paragon boards, it's not a lock yet, but the gear is. And I think we will go to the skills now. Yeah. So we start up with the Thunder Spike. Go down to the Quill Volley. And notice that all the passives are active. We have Follow Through. Vigorous. Yeah. velocity, much velocity. We have the toxic skin. The razor wings are really nice. And the hunter, I used the hunter for ultimate. I tried the gorilla, but I didn't see the point in that. Did nothing for me. And for the spirit hall, we have the primary centipede, or whatever. Eagle as secondary. When it comes to mercenaries, we have Variana. And I have chosen that path for her, skill path. And Rahir. Just picking some upgrades there. And it's from my character. So, this is how it looks. And you might be wondering, why am I able to stay alive and sustain so little damage with only 1600 armor? Well, the armor has been reworked. Armor used to be like, the more armor you have, the less damage you take. And the new system, I haven't read it through properly, but let's just say that armor is not what armor used to be. It's more important now to have damage reduction. So we start up with the helm. We pick up, this is also just one greater affix. We have dex, max life, and 19.1 resistance, barrier generation. And that's a crucial, the last one, 6 to maximum resolve stack. That is crucial. You can put it in anything you want, really. In a defensive item, but you need that resolve stack as high as possible, because resolve is your damage reduction, as you can see. Oh yeah, and I'm using the tenacity aspect here, and for the runes we have Lithgar. Stand still while fighting for 0.3 seconds. You gain 2.5 critical strike chance for 5 seconds up to 25. That's to have. And that is the masterpiece. The Shroud of False Death. It's kind of strange how I came by that, because I was actually hoping to get something else. I was looking for a chest armor. And I thought to myself, yeah, perhaps we can see if we can find some mythical. I had 2 sparks and enough cash, so I thought I give it a try, and this popped up. And well, it has a hell of a lot of life, and do some pretty much nice attack after entering stealth. And that's the cool thing about it, because if you haven't dealt damage in the last 2 seconds, you gain stealth and 40% movement speed. 312 to all stats, that's significant. We have 21.6 resource generation. And the first affix is why all the passives are active. That can do a lot, because there is a lot of passive, and if all of them even a low level as 1 is doing a lot of difference, I can tell you. So that was a find, boy. That was. I'm glad I found it. It wasn't meant to be actually, but I got lucky with that one. We have dexterity or dex. When it comes to the gauntlets, we have dex, critical strike chance, damage. We also want some core damage here, and for the utility, I don't use soar, so that affix is wasted. So don't mind this. For the aspect, we are using the rebounding aspect. You'll have 5% to go there. It's also very hard to come by ancestral legendaries nowadays. So the grind is still on, I guess. But you need all those. I will come back to that, but you need all these aspects. How you arrange them, that's up to you, of course. But and this is the way I have done it. But you need those the aspects in order for the build to work as it does. We have interdiction in our pants and gain 10% block chance per resolve stack. That's also a very important aspect to have. We have plus 12 to resolve. That's also a crucial affix to have. Crowd control, yeah, okay. Some dex, very good maximum life per second. And we have some more dex in there too. But again, the interdiction, that affix is crucial. Or aspect, I mean. So for the boots, we are using the dualist aspect to gain some more ferocity. Here we have 296 dex, 721 max life per second, movement speed. Very nice to have some movement too. I lost a lot of movement actually when I swapped the gear, so may need to work on that some. Thunder Spike doesn't really matter. You can use. I have the Thunder Spike as a secondary attack, so I don't use it much. Was rather used for vigor regeneration. Just gotta get my tongue right. And the Rod of Kapelaka, however you say that. But that's also a crucial thing. You need that one too. And because the block chance. Remember that aspect, the infighter feeds off this. And how was it? Yeah, one of those not affixes, but affix and aspects also feed the block chance, and by doing that, combining that with the legendary node, you can do a hell of a lot of damage. So you need that one. That's you need the Kapelaka as high as possible. Maximum resource. This is unique, so you cannot change anything here. You can just masterwork it. We got 8 to velocity. That's very good for vigor regeneration. We could have had this a bit higher, but yeah, you can't have it all, can you? 220% critical strike damage and 47 to maximum resource. So that is important to have. And you still have to taste that kelpekele. The new expansion is a lot of fun. Alright, for the amulet, we are using the redirected force aspect. We have some decks here. This also might be changed. I may want to upgrade that. Decks. Damage. And the total armor. Maximum life and power damage. The total armor, I think, if it's possible, I'm not quite sure. And re-rolling or enchanting the amulets that's a nightmare because it can roll in so many different things. But I may see if I can get it to do damage reduction somehow, because 92.4% total armor and we have like 1600, so better to have some resistance or damage reduction here, I think. So this doesn't mean anything, really. Better go for damage reduction or resistances. We use the redirected force, yeah. Gain critical strike damage equal to 96% of your block chance. So this also feeds off the rod, and that's locking doubles this bonus for 10 seconds. Very important to have that one too. Because it feeds off your block chance. Okay, for the ring, we have some dex, damage, critical strike chance, and plus the damage, and 3 to vigorous. Couldn't find. I like passives. I want to have them all activated. As many as possible, that is. So we have the rallying reversal aspect here to gain some ferocity. And as you see, the ferocity increases your attack speed by plus 5% per stack. And this stacks, I think it's to 8. And the resolve stacks to well, I forgot to mention that earlier, but we put some diamonds in the jewelry for resistances, and I put some armor here just for to get some. Doesn't know if it helps, but all right. So the Ring of the Midnight Sun. And this is also a very important, I mean, all of the gear here is important for this to work, but you need that one too, because when you critical strike, you regain 44% of the vigor you spent in the last 2 seconds. Match that with some some resource regen, and you probably will never run out of vigor unless you shoot out in the air. We got some dex, critical strike damage, cooldown reduction, and +5 to mirage. Not quite sure what that does. I don't remember, but it's significant anyway. It's important for the build. But I wanted to show you something. Something here. Okay, so we got soul generated there. I wanted to see, didn't I get yeah, resolve stacks. Yeah. So stacks there. And resolve generated. All this links up, and yeah, that's how we do our damage. So that is how the build is. That's why I might change something, and if I do, I will keep you updated. But for now, I'm just trying to upgrade the glyphs, try out some different things. Well, as I said, the gear is locked. The paragons are not, so I might try to use other glyphs. The last board maybe change. We'll see. But for now, it's I'm very satisfied with the build. So I hope you learned something. If you want to give it a go, please do. You know the mythical items, they are, and now that there is so many different uniques or mythicals, mythics, whatever you call it, this is getting harder to get. You can craft at the jeweler, but it requires different type of gems. No, not gems, but glyphs. Oh, runes. I'm sorry. Runes. And to get the right runes, you have to have so many and so many of that and that and that kind. And that means more grinding. So we have our work cut out for us. So anyhow, I hope you have a good game. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I will reply whenever I get the chance. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.